anywhere, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and we'll be dealing with that later on in another series of that big elephant in the room of Aikido and self-defense. Let's move on a little bit. So we got this area about that Aikido. It doesn't matter if you are just, I'm not into violence or whatever it is. I'm not here to fight and everything. You still have the responsibility to understand striking. What are the basics? Because when you as a sensei say Shomanuchi strike, that person going to receive it. It doesn't have to come like you're going to kill the person, but you got to have good strikes, deliver the energy. So moving on with the topics on YouTube, we see a lot of this, the striking, and what you're feeling about our representation of our art on YouTube.
Well, there's not a license to make a video, all right? So everybody's a star out there, no matter who it is. I've seen Aikido from seventh Qers doing these demos like they're doing it as good as their sensei. I've seen senseis do it like I wouldn't have given him a yellow belt. So you see a mixture of everything out there. There's some great pros out there, Tissier Sensei, just Satomi Sensei. There's so many out there who deserve to be out there with that. But, as a newcomer coming to watch Aikido and they see some of this, they're getting a false representation of real Aikido. But we can't put a law up and start saying, you can't make a video, Yeah. But you just got to screen through it.
Only YouTube can do that.
Yeah. They're censoring all that. They should censor bad Aikido, not just bad opinion.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I gotta say the truth, buddy. When I watch Aikido videos and I focus in on that uke attacking, and I watch it all the way from Doshu being attacked to little Susie who's just learning Aikido, and it really is sad. I really get sad for my art, because it's not brain surgery. It's just a basic fundamental skill in Aikido that says, hey, I'm going to attack you because I'm supposed to attack you this way. And I'm going to display the knowledge that I have the knowledge and the discipline to do this. And so when I watch this, I must be truthful on this, is that I think it's two people accountable. And we'll get to that in just a minute. Well, I'm not going to wait. That the dojo cho, the instructors, and the student are all responsible. But maybe, truthfully, I believe it's the dojo cho's responsibility to not tolerate this kind of bad formatting, because I don't see any justification for a person not learning to strike and continuously learning to strike very well. What do you feel about the traditional striking and bringing other styles of striking in? And we're dealing with traditional at the moment, Shomanuchi, Yokomanuchi, and why are we not using, hook punches and, double jabs, straight strike? What's your feeling?
Why aren't we?
Why aren't we? Yeah. Because we curriculum.
Right. We should learn all types of strikes because that's the real world. All right. Mm-hmm. So then you start questioning a demo. What is a real demo out there? What is real? What do we want to show? Standing there in an all-planned technique, executing response, showing beautiful Aikido. Well, that's great. So demo and versus reality demos, we can get on a whole different subject with that.
Yeah.
Okay. But for example, striking. Suppose it came from the sword. All right. I don't know how much I go for that. I think striking's always been striking with the hands, and maybe the sword came later. So I think each one has its own art in itself to perfect. All right. The sword is no different in my hand. Mm-hmm. How I come at you, what is the precision of that? What is my intent? What is my commitment? And that's what it comes to with anything.
Yeah.
When do you draw the line on your commitment? Okay, I struck with a committed strike. That's all I have to do. I have to stop now. No, I got to commit that committed strike, and I still have to commit my movement, my blending, my energy with you. It just doesn't stop there. Mm-hmm. I strike. Okay, I'm done. I did a great committed strike. I just stand there and then leave the rest of you. That's not working out training.
May I interrupt? I am I think you hit a really good point here in the essence that, I'm striking. Do I stop here? Do I commit here and everything? This becomes to be this an illusion of some mystical debate, and you got to go to the top of the mountain to the sensei that's been 90 years up there to get the secret knowledge. I think that's BS because nowadays with the internet and everything, basic striking, you have a reference point. Every martial art understands how to punch. What is a hook punch? Even if you're using Shomanuchi, there is a reference point that we're able to go to. So this to me eliminates this illusion that, what is this? What is that? No, you go to the basics, you look at the basics, you study the basics, and then you begin to practice to demonstrate those basics. So like you're saying, do I stop? No, you hit through. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, for a beginner student, let's look at it from different, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So once we start teaching the basics, the strike, a good committed strike, then we got to focus on the application of the technique. As an uke is just important as the application. Use a nage taking me into that throw. Then your extension, it has to continue. And then the throw itself still has to all be there at equal energy and equal effort. I just don't punch because the subject is striking and strike and then it ends. No, we have to continue that full strike, commitment, the blend, each other. It's a 50-50 relationship. And people forget that. I just strike, I'm done. Oh, wow, he threw me good. No, you've got to be 100% committed through the whole technique until I'm on the ground.
Yeah, and you know what really is interesting? When you see a really well-trained Aikidoist who has really taken discipline, has realized, I want to be the best that I'm doing at this. It's a reflection of how I perceive, how I study, how I learn. And you get this on a demo or a test, and you got to, attack, as you and I both know. Sometimes you're attacking 10, 11, 12 times. You get thrown, you get up, you attack again. There is a great difference from a person who's getting up and attacking you and still fighting to keep that good energy, the striking very well, for that nage to go and give a beautiful demonstration of their art versus getting up and attacking like a wild man, not even thinking about, hey, I might get punched in the face. I'm off balance. I'm flying through the air. All of this stuff, I think, has really gotten lost in the beauty of the art. Yukimi is falling, taking very good Yukimi, but it's also involved in the attack. And if we don't train to be able to do that, you end up looking and you see people getting up and attacking on these YouTube videos, and you realize, I don't think that person knows how to attack. They're not going very good. What is your feeling about in the curriculum, 7th Q, 8, working our way up to Dawn? I must do Shomanuchi strikes and Eric. What is your feeling about, why don't we also put in our curriculum, straight punch, dealing with some more reality strikes right from the beginning? What's your feeling about that?
100%. Once you go through the basics, and you can graduate to that right away. They don't have to do super Manetskis, and then I can do a side punch or a hook punch. I think you need to start right away because a strike is a strike. Either comes at you at a little angle here, or comes a little bit of a different angle here. It's still a committed strike that we must learn. Like I said, I look at it as a self-defense, and I want to be able to defend myself against everything because I'm paying you to teach me. Yeah, and that's why I'm in your dojo, because I want to learn self-defense.
When you were talking about that, I looked over and I saw that elephant raise its head a little bit like, hey, yes. You're going to deal with this and this one. I know everybody wants to hear us maybe talk about this. Striking, I'm going a Munisuke, and I keep my hand out there and I do not punch and bring it back for covering up. Now, this is where Aikidos get a big hit all the time. And in my dojo, we practice both. The reality is, Shomanuchi strike, very good. And I was even confronted on the same topic as in Shomanuchi, why aren't you even pulling your hand back then, covering up? Different beast. But I'm more interested of understanding your feeling about why are we not retracting?
Well, we should, because when you retract, that gives me a beautiful moment to come in Irimi. So there's such fantastic techniques just for moving in like that. So when you come in, I'm getting off the line, hopefully. And then you retract, I'm in there. So we need to learn and continue the techniques of Iriminage, face push, going into a kokenage of unnamed technique. So it's all there. You're giving me a sentence to fulfill.
Mm-hmm. So what I kind of notice is that you have dojos that are affiliated to organizations, and then you have the dojos that say, you know, I'm not part of an organization anymore. I'm going to go do my own, and they create their own curriculum. Um, you know, as Aikido is evolving right now, we want to keep beautiful traditional roots because I don't find any problem with teaching someone how to do a shomanuchi strike. I use it as a fundamental of the basics of striking.